Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this time. We are here to talk about our topic of today. And the topic that we are going to talk about and we are going to broadly cover is about community building. What I want you first to do is to place a question. Do you know what is community building? Um, why don't we start like guessing what is the meaning of this word, community building? Does anyone have the idea of what is it? Um, I don't know. What about you, Sonia? Please, do you have any idea of what is community building? No? Okay, that's okay. I'm going to help you in the process. So we are going to start thinking about the words that we have community building and come back with some ideas of what could be the meaning of these two both words. You're going to have 2 minutes to think about it, and then the idea is that you talk about the concept of community building. So, for talking, we are going to use the strategy called that I designed that is called class seminar strategy. So, we are going to take turns, and in 2 minutes at least, you are going to bring your ideas. So, for the class seminar, we are going to need a director, and this person is in charge of taking and assigning the turns uh, of everyone is going to talk. And we are going to need a hoster. The hoster is the person who is going to introduce the topic to everyone. And after the hoster, everyone should participate, taking the turns that the director is going to assign and is going to be organizing the whole process. I'm not going to be the director because I need to take a time to listen to your ideas and help to develop the process. So let's see the results. The 2 minutes has already happened. So let's continue. Okay, so we already have the director. Okay, thank you, William, for um, um, helping us with the activity of being the director of this activity. So we have the host. Okay, thank you, Sonia. You're going to be the host. You're going to introduce the topics with the idea that you gather and the ideas that you come by. You're going to introduce the topic, and after that, you are going to start taking turns. So, director, please be aware of how people are raising hands or how they are taking turns as we are working here in meeting. You are going to take the turns in the chat. Okay, and the director is going to start calling you by your name. You're going to have the 2 minutes, and after the 2 minutes, the director is going to continue with the next person. So, okay, let's take the turns. And now that time is over, let's listen to some of your partners, and we start with our host. What we need that you listen actively what your partners and peers are saying and trying to infer the information that they are providing us. So, okay, we already listened to Sonia, to William, to Juan, to Pepito, and to the other partners. After that you listen to them, we are going to try to synthesize what is community building. Thus, anyone can come over with a unique idea that represents our thoughts about community building. Okay, I need a volunteer. Only one. Perfect. Amazing. Okay, Sonia. I love how participative you are today. Okay, Sonia, that's a great idea. That's a good synthesis of what is the concept. And what I love the most is that you uh, listen actively to your partners and try to take the best approaches that they provide us and try to synthesize it in an idea, and that's splendid. I really love how you participated. That's the energy that you try to imitate and copy for this intervention. Thank you, Sonia. So let's continue. Okay, so let's take a deep loop. of what is community building. So, what community building is a field of practices directed toward the creations or enhancement of community among individuals within a regional aid area or with a common need or interest is often encompassed under the fields of community organizing, community organization, community work, and community development. That's why we have that image over there representing a community. It's an iterations of everyone's individuals, community, organizations, words for development to provide better practices to enhance community. And what is community? To come together, to stick together in a same ideal or proposal to bring wellness to the people, to the community who integrates and shares a common area or space. So, perfect. After we have come by with the idea of what is community building, we need to keep continue working on what we're going to do. So, but before going on, we are going to try to cope two main adjectives to represent the concepts of community and community building, and to integrate those concepts, ideas, and representations to create a common understanding. So that's the main two goals that we have today, and we are going to try to gather through this effort that we are placing on this class of today. So let's see what else we have. So what is expected? As you already know, I like to work on results, and the results evidence the capacities that you have about the domain of the concepts, the grammar, the vocabulary, the capacity to express yourself. That's the results, the evidence of the effort that you are providing to this time and this class. So, what are the results? The students are able, right, to elaborate from concepts, their own definitions and ideas, talking purposefully about them. And also, the second result that is expected from this effort is to integrate the capabilities to abstract topics, being able to manage them properly and with great proficiency. There is where you are going to evidence that you have the language to talk about abstract topics. Okay, so before going on, we are going to review a little bit a specific grammar content that we really need and that is necessary for the speaking activity that we have. So on the link, we have a video that I have prepared for the class. And in that video, we are going to take a little review about the modal verbs. Sonia, do you remember what is the modal verbs? No? Okay, perfect. So let's stick together ideas about modal verbs. Modal verbs are auxiliary verbs that work to transmit a specific meaning at the time of talking. Um, they were kind of different, as you know, as you can see it at the video. I'm going to show a little bit the video so you can take a look at it. Give me a second while I arrange the website so we can take a look at it. Okay, so here we have the video.
In negative
Remember that the modal
sentences, the modal
verbs are
verbs as
auxiliary
auxiliary
verbs
verbs
that
to
they
transmit certain type of
transmit certain
information.
type of information.
Modals of
We
poder
can
can,
organize
could,
them
may,
in
might.
three main
Of
groups,
deber, should,
as you can
must, have
see
to.
at the
And
video, right?
future,
You already
will,
know
would.
this material. We are just checking them out and reviewing it so we can
Modal
use
verbs,
it
verb
purposefully
in
on the
infinitive
specific
and
purpose of
complement.
this class. So here we have a short grammar review
In
of how
negative
you place the
sentences,
modal
the modal
verbs and the
verbs
grammar
use
structures
the
and
interrogative
how you
questions
conjugate
with
them
mod at the beginning of
properly,
the
some
sentence.
recommendations, rules, and specific aspects that you have to keep in mind. And that's pretty important. And I really want you to take a look at the video so you can have a better idea and cope with the concepts that we are working out today. So, perfect, amazing. Let's go back to the presentation. We are going to have a time to to work on these topics. So, give me a second. I'm going to Perfect. Let's continue over here. So, as already, we have already reviewed our topic, right, through the video that I have prepared for you today. That you have previously had access to this video, so you are already in touch with what we are talking about. And let's keep in mind our main concept community building. So, the field of practices directed toward the creation or enhancement of community that gather together among individuals within a regional or area or a common place of interest. So, let's make a little brainstorming. What practices do you consider we may include related to our concept of community building? What practices do you think are related to community building? Does anyone can help me out with some ideas? Okay, Pepito, perfect. That's a good intervention. I really love how you participate. So, we are going to look for additional practices apart from the ones that you already provided to a better code this topic. So, I brought an example. Let's think about how we can enhance community building. So we are going to use the modal verbs as we already have reviewed them. An example: helping homeless children which don't have access to study or to nutritional food. That's why we have the image over here. For example, you may gather with friends and look for ideas to offer solutions. You can teach the kids reading or math while the parents are looking for food or income or money to provide some food uh, to um, better welfare of these children. So that's the idea, that we look for additional practices that may help us with community building. So here we have an example. Um, in that purpose, before talking about those experiences, we are going to listen a material that I have looked upon the different options that we have on the internet. This video is really quite challenging because he's a native speaker who is talking about our topic, community building, and she is talking about how we could enhance community building in a community through small actions. So we are going to watch those two videos. We are going to apply the strategy that I have already taught you about listening and videos understandings. And after that, you take a look at the videos. We are going to prepare for writing and for talking. So let's take a time for prepare our listening activities. The time has passed. We already have provided enough time for the listening part, and now it's the time to write. So how we are going to write? We are going to immerse ourselves in a role play situation. I know that you love role play situations, so this is what we are going to do. We are going to play as politicians, right? Because we are heading to the election terms, and you can see it outside that every politician is outside at the streets, gathering people and collecting votes. So we are going to play as politician in a naive and a positive way. So as a politician, you are going to write a political proposal for evidence community building in the community that you are trying to gather to get votes. So this is the activity that we are going to work on: a political proposal to evidence community building. You are going to have 10 minutes to come by with ideas, to write down an eraser, sorry, and to think about what kind of proposal you are going to propose, and that proposal helps and evidence and effort on community build, right? So you're going to have 10 minutes to prepare, and then we are going to talk, we are going to discuss, we are going to pass those papers through your partners. We are going to work on peer assessment. Your partners are going to take a look at the papers that you already have written, and we are going to make some assessment. We are going to provide feedback on the strategy that we already have learned, what to keep, what to improve, what to start doing, what to stop doing. And after the feedback time and the assessment time, we are going to return back the papers to every one of you, so you are able to offer a strategy to improve those mistakes, those things that we are recommended you to improve through this strategy that we have implemented. And after that, we move to the right to the speaking part. Okay, perfect. We already have finished the writing part, so let's move to talk. For the talking part, we are going to look for situations that you consider should be improved in your community. You are going to show images, and you're going to propose ideas of how, through community building, we may improve them. But be ready, because this is not only for the person in charge. Everyone could be asked to propose some additional ideas to the ones. The idea is that we brought like a brainstorming to the different situations that are going to appear at the class, brought by your partners, and that we participate proposing ideas. Okay, so we are going to have 20 minutes to prepare the situations and 10 minutes to prepare on the ideas that could help to create, to enhance community building, and how those ideas are going to improve that community building in our communities. And after you present your situations, we are going to have a brainstorming where people are going to propose different ideas. We probably can use the six thinking hats strategy, so we can focus the way of the proposals of the ideas that we are going to bring. And after that discussion, we are going to have extra work. So let's start hands-on work. Okay, perfect. So you have enough time for preparing the situations, the ideas, and now it's time to talk. So Sonia, let's start. I want you to start talking about the topic that you choose, the situation that you choose, the ideas, how to improve through community building that situation in your community. And after that, we are going to have a time for everyone to participate. Remember that the participation is highly appreciated, right? So thank you. Amazing. We already have finished this activity. Let's think about what we have for our next session. So be ready to interact about a specific given situation where you need to be proactive, offering situations. So you're going to come by with different ideas of what situations your teacher may bring in for the next class. I'm going to present some situations as the homeless children, and that and the solutions. The idea is that you bring some solutions that come by with ideas of what solutions to offer to them. I'm going to project like 3 to 4 situations, and the idea is that everyone take turns and participate, providing ideas to build community building. So okay, I appreciate everyone that was with us today, and the ideas that you gave to the class, and the participation that you evidence that you are improving, you are moving on. And the idea is that you keep pushing yourself on what we are aiming for this class and the results that we are expecting. So thank you so much. See you next time. Take care. Bye.